Assalamualaikum and good luck to all attendants. Before I start the forum first, I would like to introduce the panel members who are willing to spend time with us today. Introducing panel member 1 is Muhammad Faris Aiman bin Muhammad Yusdi. Panel member 2, Muhammad Roziman bin Muhammad Rozi. And panel member 3, Muhammad Idul Hazi bin Shafri. The theme for today, forum is Malaysia cultural heritage, namely traditional art, congkak making. Before that, I will explain a little bit about the theme that I want to discuss. Malaysian society, which consists of various races, religions, and nationalities, has great various cultures that should be maintained for the benefit of future generations. Traditional games are one of the cultures that form part of the life lived by our ancestors. To elaborate further on this theme, without wasting time, I would like to ask our first panel member, Mr. Muhammad Faris Aiman bin Muhammad Yusdi, if can he share the meaning of cultural heritage to the young generation, and if this cultural heritage is still important or relevant to the young generation. Welcome.
Thank you for the handsome moderator, Mr. ID. In my opinion, I think that this culture heritage is still important or relevant to the younger generation, like the traditional game of Chongka, because it has many benefit and positive effect on society, especially for teenagers. Chongka is a traditional Malay game that is often playing as an indoor activity or as a competition. Usually, each use a wooden board with holes on the ground and usually the congkak fruit using a rubber, sand or marbles. Congkak can be played by various races such as Malay, Chinese, Indian and others. At the same time, it can foster unity between races and countries. Secondly, one of the importance of traditional game is that this game is a culture asset that made the Malaysia's nation proud. This is for because traditional games are the created of our ancestors that symbolize the culture characters of our nation. Traditional games cannot be equated with electronic games or cyber games. Traditional toys are also a very unique and superior culture art. This is because traditional games are the heritage of our ancestors that symbolize the custom, culture, and identity of a nation. If this traditional game is not defended, of course the younger generation will not recognize their heritage culture. The effect is that the younger generation will center no recognize the game of tongkat such as sepak raga war. In fact, they are so proud of the modern game they also rapidly flooded the market now. Next, Congkak can introduce traditional game to foreigners. Traditional game can attract foreign tourism to try playing Congkak. As a result, Congkak is known around the world and promotes the country's tourism industry. Congkak also can reveal the weight of the culture heritage to the young. For example, teenagers can learn how to play and make the Congkak. The impact teenagers will be interested in our culture and traditional. Traditional game can also foster moral value in teenagers. Teenagers will have high practice and peace of mind with playing. Congkak can be used as an entertainment tool to fill free time. Congkak can entertain someone because this game is fun and playing in group. For example, it's a game that requires two people to play it individually. This traditional game can reduce a person's stress and can even be healthy for a person's body. That is my opinion, Mr. ID. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Muhammad Faris Aiman bin Muhammad Yusdi. Okay, the meaning given by the panel member one just now is so clear. Everyone, what do you say next? We ask the opinion of the net panel member, Mr. Muhammad Roziman bin Muhammad Rozi, on how we can cultivate the interest of the younger generation to preserve this cultural heritage and what step can be taken. Welcome.
Thanks a lot for moderator, and I will explain more about how can we cultivate in the trace of the younger generation or to preserve this culture heritage, and what are the measure that can be taken. Okay. First way that can be done is that parents should introduce Chongka games since their children are small. This is so that the children can recognize, appreciate the game that has been passed down for generation to generation. We should be maintained by the community. That way, the children can also experience playing traditional game. And in addition, any party, whether government, private, or NGO, needs to hold a program to introduce traditional game. To community really like when there are many programs that want to preserve local culture, because they think that way they can get the minds of young people to appreciate the heritage. Can recognize and appreciate tradition. By holding this program, more people are interested in playing and preserving this traditional game. Lastly, the media must implement elements of traditional game into electronic media. In this world of technology, electronic media become the main material for people to get information and get rid of boredom. Almost all people use this media. So, in order to game, for example, broadcasting the animation of the elements related to traditional game channel before the story begins. By doing this, the public can see and recognize the game. That's only from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to panel member two, Mr. Roziman bin Muhammad Rozi. Everyone, a moment ago, the second panel member explained very clearly how we can cultivate the interest of the younger generation in preserving cultural heritage and step. I think, of course, everyone in the audience is also clear. The explanation given by our panel member just now. Without wasting time, let's add the opinion of the thirsty panel member, Mr. Muhammad Izul Haziq bin Muhammad Shapri, about the impact of this cultural heritage on the economy and tourism sector in our country. Welcome.
Thanks to the moderator. On my opinion, I think there are many consequences that will arise because of heritage, but I want to focus on the impact of this culture heritage on the economy and the tour- tourism sector in our country. Okay, without waste any more time, I want to peel off a little bit of impact. cultural heritage on our country economy and tourism sector. Cultural heritage is an important opportunity to show Malaysia image to world. Cultural heritage is also a major action to tourists from all corners of the country. The cultural heritage of Songkak found in our country is some that has it our unique and it difficult to find in other countries. In addition, to begin use as a game in recreational Songkak can also be used as an exhibition at the National Museum or local museum. The arrival of tourists to the countries to see the uniqueness of Chongka and waiting to play Chongka can increase the value of the national coun- countries at the considerable rate. Besides that, it is also benefit for resort and hotel inhabited by tourists. This game of cultural heritage bring my benefit to both sectors. That rapid exchange rate of religion currently coming into our country will that make value of our national country even higher. Here I can conclude that it more and more traveler buy goods that are on display our sold in our country. It will make our country more developed and richer economically and in the term of tourism. Therefore, this element is worth maintaining and continuing to generate new, more creative ideas using existing game. This is to prevent tourists from getting bored. In addition, it will also attract new tourists to come to our company. Therefore, that government or politicians will play an important role in the country economy sector and tourist sector should be aware of the situation. In addition, that it also need to make various efforts to develop cultural heritage game such as Chongka to boost our company and tourism. Here, I can conclude that cultural culture heritage to such as Chongka can have significant benefit or impact on the economy, development, and tourism sector in our country. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad Izul Hazid bin Muhammad Shapri. Everyone, just now the 30 panel member have given so clearly about preserving this cultural heritage and the step that needs to be taken. I think of course everyone is also clear with the explanation given by our panel member just now. In conclusion, the traditional game of Jonka is a game that was once loved. Therefore, is right that we value the heritage that has been passed down from generation to generation, so that is continues to the younger generation. That's it for me. And good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you next game.
Thank you.